One thing I can tell the people, I'm gonna tell you this, right? WWE banning Chris Benoit, the name and everything this nigga did, even the WWE Network banning every match from this piece of shit of this dude, is the right choice they made. And I'm gonna tell you why it's the right choice. This dude murdered his son. He murdered his wife, okay? He literally took his fucking telephone cord and wrapped it around Nancy's neck and suffocated her and took her life away. No, that's unacceptable. That's not cool. And then after that, he suffocated his 7-year-old son. And his son didn't know what the hell life was like. To me, I'm sure he understood what it's like, getting up every day, going to school and shit, but he don't understand how those situations go. He shouldn't have to deal with that. Do you think I'm supposed to sit here and respect Chris Benoit for what he did for this company? No. And Chris Benoit wasn't really that great of a wrestler. He was a mid-carder, dude. Literally. This dude was not a highly of a main eventer. This dude was not really great of a star. Let's be real. I don't give a shit. You feel me? I never liked Chris Benoit anyways. I never liked Chris Benoit. I like the crossface move, and that's pretty much it. He just had a cool move. That's it. Like wrestlers, some wrestlers will have cool moves, but until then, they're not good. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? They suck in the mic, and Chris Benoit sounds like a lunatic anyways. Like every time he talks, he just sounds aggressive. He just sounds mad. And some people sound a certain way. Some people sound different. And that's not how they are. They don't sound aggressive. They just the way they sound. To me, Chris Benoit sounds like a fucking lunatic. And even people knew behind the scenes this dude had mental issues, right? Mind you this, right? Even Chris Jericho said this, right? He said that he's called Chris Benoit in the locker room after Chris Benoit lost his match. And mind you, this nigga was a jobber, okay? He lost his match and he did 100 push-ups in the fucking locker room. Literally, caught him doing that shit, right? He was like, yo, what are you doing? He's like, I'm punishing myself. I lost my match, so I gotta punish myself. I have to do it. Like, dude, you don't have to do 100 push-ups just because you lost a match. You don't have to kill yourself. If you want, just do like 30 push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do 100 Come on, man. I don't know. Hey, that's some crazy ass shit right there. And I had to tell you that Chris Benoit has issues. And here's the thing, right? This nigga has CTE, right? And there's a lot of people got CTE and they don't go murdering or killing their families. They don't go killing people. And that's the problem. They'll go killing their wife and their children. Right? So here's the problem with Chris Benoit. I don't know what to tell you. They said this dude had memory loss, right? This dude had memory loss, right? He forgot what he was doing. He might have forgot certain shit, forgot to function a certain way. Okay, cool. That's cool. There's people I know that had dementia. They don't go killing people. They might have, got angry or throw things, but they don't go killing people. No, they don't go killing people. So I don't want to hear his excuse from fans that, he has CTE and he didn't know what to do with himself. He didn't function right. He was lost in the head. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. How the fuck does he have memory loss and have all his depression and shit and gonna kill his fucking wife and suffocate his 7-year-old son? What Nancy should have did was put his ass in a fucking rehab. In my opinion. If Nancy could have put him in rehab or do something with him, put him in a fucking facility or something to get him right, then he'll probably be alive. Nancy and his son will probably be alive. That's what I think. But no, these dumbass fans gotta overhype the fact that Chris Benoit should be in the Hall of Fame. He doesn't even deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Number one. Guys like Rikishi, Rikishi, the Godfather, don't even deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Maybe Godfather, but let's be real, he don't even deserve that shit. You feel me? Rikishi, who else was it? Andre, that little piece of racist piece of shit, don't even deserve it in the first place. Oh, what? Because Andre passed away. I don't give a shit. He's a racist motherfucker who called Bad News Brown a nigger and almost had to knock his ass the fuck out. What are you talking about? So for somebody like Chris Benoit, do not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. A racist and a murderer, a fucking killer, does not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. If Chris Benoit was alive, and if he ran out of town or some shit, he would have been locked up. He would have been arrested. I don't want to hear these excuses. Oh, Vince McMahon would have paid that shit off. And listen, if I was the owner, I wouldn't pay off and do no dirty ass scandals. If a motherfucker's touching a kid and doing some dirty ass shit, I don't give a damn. You're fired. I don't give a damn. I'm not dealing with that dirty scandal bullshit. And that's what Vince McMahon is looked at a certain way. That's why people hate Vince. And I don't blame them. You know what I'm saying? But without him, we want to have good wrestling. You know what I'm saying? But this nigga Chris Benoit, let's be real here. This dude's a fucking murderer, right? Nancy didn't deserve what happened to her, right? His son didn't deserve anything. He didn't deserve what happened to him. He didn't deserve that, right? Now, how can I say this, right? How the hell can I say this? Jesus Christ. Because, listen, man, I wanted to talk about this for a minute. I didn't even want to do a video on this. I did not want to do a video on Chris Benoit. Because this dude killed his wife and his son. And people think he should be in the Hall of Fame and all this and that. No, he's not. No, he's not. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care. If I owned WWE, I would have checked this dude. This dude would have... Listen, if I would have saw... Listen, I don't give a damn. I would be checking up on all my wrestlers. See, if one thing about me, if I had a company, I would be checking up on everybody. I don't care what it is. I could be your mother and sneak through your locker room and shit. No, I'm the boss around this motherfucker. I'm checking up. I'm going to be like this. You guys doing good in here? Everybody good? Just checking up. Let me know if you need something. Type shit. That's what the boss do at times. You feel me? Because that's his job. You got to make sure nobody's doing crazy shit. Nobody's doing drugs. Nobody's doing the crazy shit like Chris Benoit out there. See, I feel like motherfuckers need to check their employees, man. You feel me? And shit like this, you know, I'm sure Vince McMahon didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Or Vince didn't understand or knew what was going to happen because Vince got other shit going on, right? So for me, Vince McMahon made the right choice banning this dude from WWE. If I was Vince, he would have been banned for good. Nobody would be talking about this dude. If Randy would have talked about this dude in an interview, I saw Randy Orton mention this dude, right? Talking about one of the greats he faced in the ring. I would have fined him $1,000. You're not going to mention a killer. You're in my company. You're not going to do that, bro. And I'm paying you. I'm paying your bills. No. You're going to give me $1,000. Straight up. So that's a deal. So I don't blame Vince McMahon for banning this dude. He does not deserve to be talked about. A killer does not deserve to be talked about or respected in this company. Even New Jack said on his interview, he literally said this, man. That nigga Chris has some mental issues. And I agree with him on that. I fucking agree with him. He also said that there's many females that I wanted to choke out. I wanted to kill. And I understand where he's coming from. You know, sometimes you gotta smack a bitch upside her head, push her, whatever, but you ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? Cuss her out, whatever, but you ain't gotta kill her. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta kill a woman. And I'm not gonna do that shit, bro. One thing a person can say, that I'm gonna suffocate or choke a bitch out or try to hurt a child, no. I'm glad I'm not that person. And Chris Benoit, somebody who does that, and if you're alive and do that shit, even though you didn't kill them, you're a piece of shit. Like if you're the Undertaker, and if you choke out your wife and you put your hands on your child, you won't be respected. You lost all your respect and all your fucking accomplishments. We don't care how many titles you want. We don't care how many WrestleManias you want. Just an example. Thing is this, right? People need to understand that if you kill somebody, you can't respect that motherfucker. And Vince McMahon had every right to ban Chris Benoit from WWE. People are talking about, well, Chris Benoit's son should go in the WWE. Well, that's up to him. You can't force that because that's the son of Chris Benoit, you fucking idiots. You can't hype the fact because, what's his name? David or whatever his name is, right? His 30-year-old son, right? People are hyping up that because that he's the son of Chris Benoit. Oh my fucking God. You people need to shut the fuck up with that shit. You know what I'm saying? He just looks like his son. He's not big. Dude, he just looks like his son. That's all. Until then, no. Nobody cares about Chris Benoit's son going to the WWE, dude. People are hyping that because he's the son of Chris Benoit. Go fuck yourselves. Seriously, man. Like I said, there's some people out here who are going to like Chris Benoit. Who might respect him, right? And I get it. I totally understand. But some of these fans, I'm really concerned about them. And WWE has every right to ban Chris Benoit from the Hall of Fame. I don't care what nobody say. I mean, not even banned from the Hall of Fame. Being banned from the networks and being mentioned on WWE TV. Even being mentioned by interviewers. I mean, WWE wrestlers. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.